Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of the Disc Golf Answer Man. All right, Ron wants to know about stability. My stability, which is not very good right now. It's important to preface this by saying that I'm asking this question theoretically, seeing as there is an abundance of things that could come into play for this. If you have two discs with the same exact power and glide, but one is a -1.3 and the other is 0.2 for turn and fade, respectively, which one is going to be more stable? Sorry if this question has already been answered in the past. Thank you in advance for any possible insight.
Okay, so yes, very hypothetical, but it also depends on your definition of stable. If by stable you mean neutral, yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, by the way.
I was close.
Neil Lagasse.
After I said
is
Lagasse, I
not
said
Neil
DeGrasse.
deGrasse Tyson.
Anyway, go for the question.
If you're talking about stable as neutral or stable as overstable, if you're talking, honestly, the one that's going to be straighter in general depends on your speed, right? For me, a disc with -1 turn and 3 fade is not going to be as straight as something with 0 turn and 2 fade. Did you look up Neil deGrasse Tyson videos?
Yeah. How would it pronounce?
Yeah. But that's theoretical. For someone who has just kind of an average arm speed, the -1 is probably going to fly a little bit straighter because it's going to give you a little bit of turn if you don't start it exactly flat. Having that said, these wouldn't be numbers to judge something on. It would really be you go throw both discs and say this disc works better for me than this one. I like the flight of this for what I'm looking for better than this other one. For me, this is kind of like the difference between an Explorer and an Escape or something like that. Like, I really like both discs. For me, the Explorer is more neutral stable and also high speed, slightly overstable. But because the Escape has that little bit of turn, it may never come back to the left if I hit it hard. So that's where I'm at on that.
I also think that speed is going to have a lot more to do with the stability, right? Because faster discs are going to tend to turn more if they have turn and fade more if they have fade.
Right.
And so the chances of having two discs that are the exact same speed and also like a faster disc that's at 0.2 is going to be really hard to find.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why you tend to see them more at -1.3.
Yes.